Welcome to Park Hopper Society, a place where we discuss all things travel and theme parks, a little bit about life, and a lot about Disney. I'm your host, Gary, and I'm joined by my two fellow hoppers, Britt.
Hello.
And Aaron.
Hello.
In today's episode, we'll discuss the best Disney park to visit in 2026 and tell you about the best times to visit Walt Disney World this year. So without further ado, let's get hopping. If you've been listening to Park Hopper Society for a while, then you know the Disney parks we spend most of our time in are all in Walt Disney World in Orlando. However, there are 8 other Disney theme parks across the globe, not including those 4 at Disney World. And each destination has a castle park, which would make any frequent Magic Kingdom visitor feel at home, while having characteristics that also make it feel pretty unique.
Yeah.
Some destinations offer multiple parks, while some of them just have the one. Shanghai, Hong Kong, just have the Disneyland parks. So today we're going to look at what's happening in each park in 2026 and discover what's the best Disney park to visit this year. So if there's ever an episode where I feel, is the saying over your skis? Is that the saying? Is that
the saying?
Over your skis? Like falling over your skis?
Yeah, where you're like, not that I'm unsure of, but I've only been to Disney World and Disneyland.
Sure, yeah.
I've never visited any park outside of the U.S.
Right, me neither.
So I'll admit up front, feel somewhat unqualified to have this conversation.
But I'll also acknowledge that getting ready for this episode made me want to go visit all the other parks.
Doesn't
really
it, though?
Bad, yeah.
I mean, what's interesting, I think, even from Disney World to Disneyland,
sure,
is I understand that both of those parks are owned by the same organization.
Yeah.
But it felt like going to a completely different place when I went to Disneyland.
I agree.
After being so familiar with Disney World.
I agree.
In the limited research I've done, a dream of mine, I'm sure we talked about it on the podcast at some point. Like, I want to get to Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it looks, I want to get to all of them at some point, but like, Tokyo is one that I want to get to in the next couple of years. And even Paris, I'm not really sure which. I've heard people say the first one that you should do outside the U.S. is Paris.
Okay.
I've also heard people say Tokyo.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm not sure. But in doing the research for those, you realize quickly, like, those are 2 completely different places. And, like, does it feel familiar? Yes. Again, they all have castle parks. They're, for the most part, the castle park's going to have that hub and spoke design that we're all familiar with.
Yep.
You may not always have like a main street. I think in Tokyo they call it something Mickey Avenue, I believe is what it's called.
Yep.
So, but it's going to feel somewhat familiar. You're going to have some of that, like, Small World, Pirates.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion, Phantom Manor. You're
gonna
similar
have different
ideas.
lands. Although, in fairness, they will be different lands than what you have. Well, even in the Magic Kingdom and at Disneyland, they have different lands from each other.
They do. So again, familiar, but completely different places.
Yeah.
And so you can't. I don't think that if you can consider yourself like a Disney World veteran or a Disneyland veteran, I don't know that you can go to one of these other parks and just show up and say, "Yeah, here we go."
Yeah.
You know. So you want to quickly just kind of run down the list of the different parks. So in Florida, you got Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
We've talked about those
we have
ad nauseum, honestly, on the podcast, and we'll continue to do so. And Disneyland Resort out in California, so that's the OG Disneyland park, right? And you've got Disney's California Adventure Park,
the newest park in the U.S.
The newest park in the U.S. Yeah,
although it's opened in 2002,
something like that. Yeah, 01, 2002.
Time for
somewhere.
a new one.
Yeah, it is. It is time for a new one.
They are. I mean, that's not a third gate, but they're adding a whole bunch of stuff out that way.
They're expanding both of those parks.
What's it called? Is it Disneyland Forward, or there's some initiative they've got going?
Yeah, they announced it last year, I think.
Yeah, and they're pumping a lot of money. The problem with Anaheim or with the Disneyland park is it's completely landlocked.
Yeah, I mean it is in like literally when you're there, outside of the park is the city of Anaheim.
Yeah.
It's not at all like Disney World where you're off kind of in your own place. Literally in the hotel, you're looking out and you can see the park, but on the other side of the park, you can see factories and you can see businesses.
I mean, if you're on the monorail for that matter, in some places you're seeing kind of backstage area of Disneyland. On the opposite side, you're seeing McDonald's and the 7-Eleven. You know, so
they could just go the sandals route and just make an island.
Yeah, well, they could. I mean,
they kind of did, didn't they? Castaway Key.
Yeah, well, yeah, they got Castaway Key, and they've also got Lookout Point now. So
make an actual island.
Well, they could
just buy Hawaii.
They've already got Aulani, so
it's true. They're working on it.
Yeah. So in Europe, you got Disneyland Paris, which has Disneyland Park, and it used to be called Walt Disney Studios Park. It's now called Disney Adventure,
or it will be very soon. They're I don't know when that actual renaming happens.
I'm not sure either.
Again, but very soon. Very, very soon.
Yep. And so Disneyland Park is going to be your again, that's the one that's going to feel normal to you. The Walt Disney Studios, from my understanding, is very small.
Yes, but some major additions coming
up soon.
Yeah.
Also, if you were a fan of the what was it called? Not the behind the scenes tour, the tram thing at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, yeah.
The Catastrophe Canyon Backlot tour.
Yep.
Yeah, they have one similar to that over in Paris. So Tokyo also gives you 2 theme parks. You've got Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, which they say is one of the best theme parks that Disney has built. Again, I've never been there.
No, but both of those parks are super highly praised by I've never seen anyone have a negative thing to say about them.
I agree. Yeah.
The people that have been all love it. They all want to go back. They're all in awe of how amazing it is.
How clean it is.
Everything about it.
Yeah. So then when we move into the parks that are in China, you got Shanghai Disneyland, which is just a single park, and also Hong Kong Disneyland, again, just a single park.
Yep.
But Disney is pumping money into all of these parks. They are all under some type of construction.
Yep.
As we speak, and
they all have their own unique kind of twist on them.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I want to visit them all at some point. It seems like the different CEOs that Disney has had over the years, it's kind of, like for Disneyland Paris is Michael Eisner's park. Shanghai is really Bob Iger's park.
Right.
So again, I'd like to visit them all at some point. It was pretty far down the pike thinking of trying to go to Tokyo this year.
Sure.
But I believe their Space Mountain is I should have looked at this before we even got started. But I'm pretty sure they're redoing, like they tore down their Space Mountain and they're building a new one.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Disney World Space Mountain is still just...
It's the OG, man.
It's the OG. It's the one. It will be there forever.
Not that I want them to tear it down, but I don't think some moderate refurb would be terrible.
Yeah. Well, so that's it. And for me, I want to ride every single Space Mountain. Yeah. And so
closed permanently July 31st, 2024. The new one is scheduled to open in 2027.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think they literally have tore it down and they're starting fresh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't want to go to that one necessarily. That's me talking for 20 this year 2026.
Yeah, you want to go win Space Mountains there.
Yes,
100%
I want to be able to experience that. But there's stuff going on at all the parks. So if we're looking at Disney World, the Space Ranger Spin, has it already opened up?
No.
Okay.
I
didn't think so either, but I saw some videos the other day that was somewhat conflicting. Like, is it open? Is it not open? Like, they're sharing, there's a new character, new animatronic that's going to be on the ride.
Okay. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So,
no, I don't think it's open yet. I think those are just some...
spring of this year, right?
Yeah, spring, summer. We'll see.
Same for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Right. It's coming. Is this the year that we finally get the final lift hill? Like they have at Disneyland,
right?
With this long refurb, or are they just replacing the track and
they're putting shiny crystals inside?
I'd be for it. I'm fine with it.
I mean, they are adding new elements and stuff, so hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm a little suspicious of this one, if it'll actually open this year or not. Part of me wonders if they're keeping it closed to keep you away from the new Villains Land that they're building,
right?
Because when you're on the backside of it, you're going to be able to see more of that.
Yeah.
So
they're going to have to figure. I think they're obviously they're clearing land for all of that,
right?
my assumption is they're going to finish that and then have to put up the big walls.
Yes.
But
they're going to
they
screen it
definitely don't
somehow.
want you to see it
No.
as they're clearing the land for it. Yeah. Cinderella Castle's getting a refresh, new paint,
Yeah.
new paint job
That
going
starts
back.
soon.
Yeah.
A couple weeks.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm fine with pink castle, I guess, but I'm ready. Take me back to
That's the thing. I've gotten used to the pink castle.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it to go back to gray and blue.
Yeah. So you got that. Epcot, not too much going on. You got a new Soarin' Across America that's coming. I think that's...
I'm very excited
Yeah,
about.
it's going to be fun.
And we're getting new Frozen animatronics.
So are they coming?
That's as far as I know. Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not getting the walking around ones.
No. Right. We're not getting Robot Olaf, but the Frozen.
Yes, and
that's
Frozen
what
Ever
I'm
After.
yeah,
I'm
Frozen,
sorry. Yes,
yeah.
because it's closing for
it's closing
for
for
refurb.
Like, well, I think right now it's
Oh.
closing late January. And
Yeah.
Ratatouille's closing too to like do
Ratatouille,
less 3D elements. And,
yeah, I'm not sure when that is
I don't either.
happening.
I don't either. I mean, I know they'd switched to 2D at this point.
Yeah.
But,
Have they already made the switch to 2D?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's already happened then.
Yeah. When we wrote it in December.
Okay.
As 2D.
Okay.
Did you guys not write it when you went?
No.
Oh, well, clearly. Okay. Yeah, fine.
Nope. Yeah. No. So they and then the new animatronics there at Frozen, which are supposed to look a lot better.
They already look.
They're like
pretty
the ones
good.
in Tokyo,
You know-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They look
Yeah.
incredible.
I like the way they look now, but they have a little bit of that like it looks like they put on too much not foundation. I don't really know what
Yeah.
the makeup. I don't wear
Oh,
makeup
because their
I don't
faces
know.
are so distinctly different colored from the
Yeah,
rest of their body.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get
Well,
that.
it's tough too because animation has gotten so good
Yes.
that it almost looks lifelike. And
Yeah.
especially when it's an animatronic, like it makes sense to me when you're doing Seven Dwarfs and you see the seven Dwarfs coaster or whatever. When you go in the
Yes.
mine,
Yep.
their faces being like that makes sense. When you ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway,
Yep.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense. But when it's real, in quotes, people,
Sure.
Yeah.
I like the
Now
actual face.
that said though, because when they redid Tiana,
That's
well,
exactly
Splash
what I
Mountain
was
became
just
Tiana's
thinking.
Bayou
Yeah.
Adventure,
Yep.
right? I liked those animatronics a lot, except that there are too many times now where
not
Tiana's mouth doesn't move.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
right. It's
I've
probably a
never
maintenance
ridden that
nightmare.
ride, and like
Yeah.
even half of the animatronics were working.
Yeah, at least not working to their full
Yeah.
potential.
Right.
And so that's my only concern about this is that at least with the projection faces and stuff, they're either going to work or they're not.
Right.
And
yeah.
if they're not, they're obviously going to have to close the ride.
Right.
But there's really not a B mode for them.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So that's going on in Epcot, and I'm sure they'll be like this is going to obviously be continually updating.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to get out as
Yes.
we go. But this is what we know as of this recording,
Right.
because as we all know, we'll drop this and Disney will announce some big news the next day.
Yes.
So,
And even if they don't, the chances that they're actually going to hit all of these projected
yeah,
dates
You're-
are
yeah.
almost none.
I
Disney
agree.
usually misses their timetables.
I agree. Hollywood Studios, you're getting some
Yeah.
updates to Smuggler's Run with Mandalorian scenes.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be down, reopen sometime this summer.
So honestly, are you surprised at how short of a downtime that is for Rock and Roller Coaster?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because my assumption is like the ride elements of the coaster. I don't know how
Right.
much they're going to change.
No,
That's
I
kinda
think
my
the
thought.
ride
Yeah.
itself
Yeah.
will remain the same. But I guess my thought is now granted they just closed it 2 years ago to do a
Yeah.
fairly major refurb on
Yeah,
it.
right.
In my opinion, it needs another one. It's pretty rough.
It's
Well, and I know
rough,
they
man.
a little while ago they closed off the
They did the pre-ride.
their
Yes,
pre-ride.
they did.
So
Pre-show.
like that,
Yep.
they're working on, and I'm sure they were working on the animatronics
I'm sure they are.
ahead of
But,
schedule.
Yeah,
too.
probably.
But-
They could easily be working in there and you not know it.
but still, my thought is like that just seems like a really quick changeover to change the theme of the ride, which makes me wonder how much of a retheme it'll be, or is it going
I
to be
don't-
more or less the same ride, but now with some Muppets thrown in?
I
Yes.
think it's going to end up because again the aesthetic of Muppets is kind of like that street kind of feel anyway. A lot of times,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be virtually the same thing with a different
It could be.
pre-ride and different music
Yeah.
during the ride.
It could be.
I don't even know if they'll do anything. Surely they could probably get away with not even changing the cars.
They probably-
they will. I mean,
No,
if
they'll repaint
anything,
them probably.
Yeah, it gets a new paint
Yeah.
job. That's it.
Yeah, they probably will.
And
do
that's
that.
why I say, like, even when I say ride elements, like the stuff that lights up,
Right.
I don't know. They'll probably throw a coat of paint over it
Sure,
and make it
that's
look
fair.
different.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't know. And I hadn't even thought about the pre-show. Now that they closed that off, they could be redoing all of that right now while the ride's open.
They
and so they're
are.
really
I'm sure
only
they are.
closing it to
and again,
do.
They didn't need to have the animatronics in there to work on them. They've been working on them. They've literally probably got them working, doing what they're supposed to do, but before they even install them.
Yeah, just an install at this point.
Yeah,
it does feel short.
It's to me that's a pretty quick turnaround.
But again, like as we talk about Hollywood Studios needs that ride.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like they don't need to be down a ride because there's too many stinking people going.
Yep.
And even though it's not getting 100% of guests,
right?
They still need that just for ride capacity. Yeah. Let's see here.
Animal Kingdom.
Of course, we've already got Zootopia, Better Together. That's going. You got the Tropical Americas that are coming.
Yep.
With the rethemed dinosaurs going down.
Which, granted, may not be open until 2027.
Yeah.
But
But still, and I'm not sure how much that affects you if you rode dinosaur or not. But whatever.
Yeah.
Bluey's coming though.
Yeah, that's going to be a big attraction.
Yeah. A Bluey. My kids like Bluey.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like at the top of their
Bluey.
list. Well, I mean, it's of all the kids shows that I've watched.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Oh, I'll watch Bluey on my own for my own entertainment. It's a great show. I love Bluey.
Crossover of the century.
And we skipped this one for Hollywood Studios, but they are moving new Hollywood themed spaces and experiences.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because they're doing that
the
animation courtyard.
Yeah,
and so especially with the Bluey stuff coming to Animal Kingdom, which is going to be the conservation station. So for all of you who have no idea where that is because you've never bothered to take the train to Rafiki's Planet Watch, and I don't blame you.
Yep.
That's what you do. You go to the Harambe Village area, you take the train up to Rafiki's Planet Watch. That's where the Bluey stuff will be. It's pretty cool, but I wonder if they're moving the animation experience that is currently there, where you do the drawing class with the animator.
Yep.
I wonder if that's going to be moving to Hollywood Studios.
I did it in Hollywood Studios.
Moving back
20
there,
years
really.
ago.
Yeah.
When you could do it there. And it was truly, it was an animation studio, actually.
That's true.
That you were taking a tour. They weren't, I don't think they were doing anything when I was there, but.
Maybe not. I do think that was the last thing that they actually did there. They did do some animation stuff there because they could do that.
Yeah.
You can animate when it's noisy outside.
Was it Mulan? And Lilo and Stitch, I think, were both animated there.
Yeah, I think that is correct.
At that in Hollywood Studios. So it was a true working studio at the time. But I'm excited to see what they do there. I think it'd be neat. So in California, they're also getting the update to Smuggler's Run.
Yep.
And there's new stuff coming to the Avengers campus.
Yeah, which it needs.
It does.
It needs it.
It needs some extra loving. Disneyland, they're celebrating their 70th.
That's going to be the big deal there
currently.
This year.
Yeah. And so I think they have spent the past couple of years getting all their stuff ready for this.
Yep.
So if you're, even thinking about going to Disneyland, this might be the year for you.
Oh, 100%. It's probably going to be a little busier than normal.
Right.
But now granted, okay, the 50th for Disney World or for the Magic Kingdom gets a little thrown off because of COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
and it was lackluster.
And again, like it all
because
hit
of COVID.
right after COVID.
Yeah.
And I was going to say it wasn't that much more crowded there than normal. But again, I think it was all thrown off. I agree with you. It was lackluster because of COVID. It also went on for forever.
It did.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because they were just trying to get as much out of as they could.
I mean, we still have the statues. Right?
And we still have the Pink Castle.
Yeah. And that was 4 out of 5 years ago. Now.
Right. So literally, I guess based on that, they're going to repaint Sleeping Beauty Castle for 7 years.
No, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
I do too.
Yeah. So it could be a good. Oh gosh, I can't even talk. A good time to go though.
Oh, great time to go.
Because we were there last year. 2 years ago, 2024.
Yeah, like a solid year ago. Because it was Halloween-ish,
and like Small World
November.
Was down.
Right,
the train was down
because they were redoing Small World for Christmas.
World of Color.
Yep.
So
that wasn't working.
No. So there's a lot of stuff that we missed. That I'd like to go back and check out.
I would totally go back.
So
Disneyland was really cool.
Yeah,
I would totally go back.
Yeah, if you're just a Disney Parks fan, you like Walt Disney.
Yeah.
You got to add that to your list.
You do, for sure.
Let's talk Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
So they are getting a new World of Frozen.
Yeah.
Which looks incredible.
It looks absolutely amazing.
It's not Does it open this year?
I think it does. I think it
does
opens.
open.
Yeah.
In maybe March.
Yeah.
Of this year. And so they're also, as we alluded to earlier, they're changing the name of Walt Disney Studios Park to Disney Adventure World.
Yep.
Which is also coming up later this year. And they have a Lion King ride that's coming. Not this year, I don't think. Not till next year.
And even I'm not even sure how far along they really are with that. But it's a water ride.
It's a water ride.
It looks a lot like Splash Mountain, doesn't it?
That's what I think. Like this is basically a Lion King version of Splash Mountain,
which I'm 100% in for.
Absolutely. Can you imagine plunging down Pride Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
There's no water on Pride Rock.
There is now.
There is. It's magic. The spell has been broken.
Everything the water touches.
So I think that's going to be cool. They've also got a new Cascade of Lights, which is a new nighttime show that's coming
really
up.
Cool too.
Yeah, they do a lot with drones over in Disneyland Paris, which I wish they would do more in the U.S. parks. I wish they would use drones more.
Aaron, you and I saw it at Disney Springs,
which was really cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was a really cool drone show, and I'm really surprised they haven't done more with that.
Especially since you know that in a park they would go like, if this is what they do at Disney Springs, just imagine what they would do at a park.
Well, and I don't know if it was the last episode or the one before. We talked recently though about Animal Kingdom needing a nighttime show. To me, a drone show is perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't do fireworks because of the animals. Do a drone show.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome.
And I imagine the maintenance work for drones is much less than the cost of fireworks, nightly fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, you would think,
right?
The drones aren't exploding all things go to plan. The drones aren't exploding every night.
Yeah. That's all I'm aware of that's going on in Disneyland Paris. Again, there could be some.
You forgot the Rapunzel's Tangled Spin.
What?
I don't speak French, so I don't know if I said that correctly or not. But that is Rapunzel's Tangled Spin.
Which is also opening with Frozen. Yeah,
which is effectively the teacups.
Yeah,
except it's Tangled themed.
That's why I didn't mention it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
not really. I mean, I can ride the teacups.
When's the last time you rode the teacups?
Recently, but no. Okay. So not the teacups.
94.
Legitimately, I don't know the last time I rode them. I know I've ridden them before, but I might have been like 8.
It wasn't at Disney World. I rode the lemon drops at Dollywood.
Okay, well,
with the kids.
I've done that one too.
Yeah.
The difference is the lemon drops are about 800 degrees when you get in them.
Yeah.
Because they're uncovered.
Yeah.
Unlike at Disney World where they put a tent over it.
Originally it was not covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they realized this is a bad idea.
Yeah, because it's hot and it rains.
Yeah. It's the problem with the Aladdin's magical flying carpets.
There's more problems than just that.
Let the camel spit on you.
That's the problem.
That's my kid's favorite part, is to try to fly me right into the camel spit.
Freaking hate it.
Wait, can you steer it?
You can go up and down.
Yeah.
So you can line yourself up, and then if you happen to be going by as the camel spits.
Yeah, it was also like 94 or 92 whenever I would have ridden that ride as well.
Well, next time we go.
Yeah.
We'll ride all of these.
Okay.
We'll ride the teacups.
I'm afraid that it would collapse under us.
It's powerful.
It's
it's got the power of Genie.
Safety is. Oh, we're talking about the carpets. I thought we were talking about teacups.
I would be really concerned if the teacups collapse under my weight.
That's fair.
The carpets do not look safe.
Nah, they're fine. They're as safe as the Dumbos.
They're,
it's the same ride.
It's the same ride. And Astro Orbiter, same ride, just 3 stories high.
Fair. You're right.
As a Triceratops Spin, which is gone.
Definitely ridden more precarious rides than the magic carpet.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I think that's all that's happening in Paris. Tokyo, there's a new Wreck-It Ralph attraction coming, which is actually replacing Astro Blasters.
Now, is that going to be like a video game thing, or
I think you like where you're like shooting, just like Buzz Lightyear.
Okay.
But they're just retheming it basically.
It's replacing Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, which I think is more or less the same ride as Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
And I'm a little surprised that they didn't do the same at Magic Kingdom. I don't mean to bring everything back to Florida.
Yeah.
But just because, as we've mentioned, there's so much Toy Story stuff in Hollywood Studios, why not keep that there?
I agree, but it's Buzz Lightyear.
And I love Buzz Lightyear.
And that's still such a huge draw for them. Yeah. But I do agree with you that.
And I get the whole Space Ranger and you're in Tomorrowland.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
But keep that in Hollywood Studios.
Just bring back Delta Dream Flight.
Well, that's not going to happen.
I know.
I remember Delta Dream Flight.
I don't.
Awesome.
Which makes me sad. Tokyo also recently, they opened up a whole area, the
Yeah.
Fantasy Springs,
Yeah.
which is, if you haven't seen videos or you haven't been,
Oh, it looks incredible.
check them out. The new the Frozen thing that you go
Yeah.
through, like where it tells you the story. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
dark ride. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
like
That
the
would-
effects and stuff.
I was going to
that
say
they
the
do,
effects that are mind blowing.
Yeah, they really are.
Legitimately. And that's the thing. I can tell you how everything, almost everything at Walt Disney World works, how they do it. I can't tell you how they do the stuff there. It's amazing.
It is so cool. Also, in Tokyo, they built a new resort right there at Fantasy Springs, I
Yes,
think,
they
which
did.
actually overlooks
Yep.
Fantasy Springs. So you can
Yep.
literally stay in a resort and sit out on your balcony or look out the window and
Yep.
see the resort at all times.
Yep.
Which is freaking cool.
Yeah. No, it's
So-
cool. I will say when we stayed at when we were at Disneyland, we stayed at the Pixar Place Hotel overlooking California Adventure. Which was cool. It was neat. It was neat overlooking the park like that.
Right.
The only problem is again, Anaheim all around. It was really weird and kind of disorienting
Right.
to see the park that way. Kind of, honestly, not unlike if you stay at like the Contemporary and you've got a theme park view and you look out, like you can clearly see the castle. Here's Space Mountain, and there's like a bunch of lights there, and then you realize that's Main Street, but it's not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't look like it should
No.
be there, and it looks teeny
It
tiny.
does.
Or you see those little boats going down like Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and
Yeah.
and I'm sure that's the way this would be. But
I'm
still,
sure it is, but it'd be really cool.
Still be incredible. Shanghai Disneyland is getting a new roller coaster, the Spider-Man roller coaster.
Yeah.
Which I wish, again, I hate to say everything, bring everything back to Florida. I wish we could have Spider-Man and more Avengers stuff.
I do too. Now, Florida's got that whole, because Disney has that whole weird thing where Universal owns the rights to all the Marvel characters.
East of the Mississippi,
East of the Mississippi for the purposes of theme parks or something. Like it's something weirdly specific like that.
It's so dumb.
Which is, now granted, that's why we have Guardians of the Galaxy, because that is the only so Disney owns the rights to them because Guardians of the Galaxy was created after Disney bought Marvel.
Yeah, that's probably half the reason that they did all that.
Oh yeah. And honestly, they knocked it out of the park.
They did.
Unfully intended.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they did. They did a great job, with the movies, but then also the ride. And you can experience some of that at California Adventure.
You can. That whole Avengers campus.
And as we said, they're expanding that, which they need to.
They do, because that was my only thing. When I went and saw it, I was expecting, it's the Avengers. I thought this was going to be a big area and was shocked to realize how small.
Yeah, probably the best
really
thing there is Pim's Kitchen.
Yes. And the thing is, honestly, California Adventure, for all of its issues, and it's a park that has a lot of issues, but it's got some really, really cool areas. Specifically, the Cars area there is amazing.
Yeah, the theming is over the top.
That alone is worth going for. Everything when you first walk in, that whole side of it that's very much still a celebration of California.
Yeah,
is like
it's like Hollywood Studios.
It's like Hollywood Studios, but honestly
Really?
not quite as good in my opinion. The park is very confusing, but it's a neat place. I would love to go back and be able to spend more time really exploring the park, because I don't know that I have really been able to give it a fair shake.
Agree. I would say, as we've said multiple times, I love going with the kids.
Yeah.
And I love experiencing Disney through their eyes. I also love going just Leslie and I don't feel like I have to keep my kids like constantly engaged.
Yep.
So that I could slow down and enjoy.
Yep.
And really take a look at California Adventure.
Absolutely.
And
Disneyland for that matter too.
Agree.
I mean, I feel that way every time I go to Disney World without my kids.
Right.
And even more so when I've gone by myself.
Yep.
Just truly you get to just walk around and do whatever you want to do. And if I want to see what all plants they have here,
I can.
Which is not something I usually do, but I don't know, I might.
Yeah, I mean, all that to say, if you're listening and you think Disney is just a place for kids, I would say try it.
Yeah.
Because I think you're wrong.
I agree. And to be clear, I think it is a place for kids. I think it's absolutely a place for kids. I also think it's a place for adults.
Yeah.
And it is a place for you to go with your kids, but it's also a place for you to go without your kids.
Right.
It's a big place. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, literally. I think that's all I know of, I'm aware of in Shanghai.
Yeah.
Hong Kong, we've talked about the free roaming Olaf. I think we talked about that last episode, actually.
Yeah, which will also be coming to Paris.
And I think that's I want to say they've recently redid their castle, right? because they had the teeny tiny, like basically Hong Kong wanted an exact replica of Disneyland.
That's right.
And they had the teeny tiny castle, and they've redone it. And it may not have been super recently, but I would like to see it where it's like a conglomeration, amalgamation, or whatever of different
the Castle
castles.
of Magical Dreams.
Yeah, there you go. Together.
Replaced in 2020. Honors 14 Disney princesses and queens, featuring distinct architectural styles from their stories. That's cool.
Yeah, so they took an existing castle and built onto it.
Yeah, it looks like a mega version of Cinderella Castle.
Yeah.
In Disney World.
Disney World, yeah. So lots of exciting things. I mean, literally every park that we talked about is under some type of construction. They're trying to add something. They're trying to update, the different rides. We've talked about some of the things that are going to be under refurbishment, which is constantly changing and updating. There are some events going on, some anniversaries. Yeah. And so, I mean, we talked about the Epcot festivals that happen throughout the years.
There's also food and wine that happens at California Adventure.
That's right. Yep. Which is not, I don't think it's quite as big as Epcot stuff.
It's like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's in the spring. Also, in all fairness, I've never been to it.
Me neither. But they do a tasting pass, right?
They do.
Yeah.
I have never heard anyone compare it favorably to Epcot. In fact, I've always heard everybody question why it is so inferior to any of the ones they do at Epcot.
Yeah. I will say I had heard nothing but good things about the food in Disneyland.
I agree.
And I went, and let me just caveat this with, I went with my kids.
Sure,
and so I was
same.
generally looking for restaurants that were kid friendly, which most of them can be, but because we didn't do sit down.
Right.
And in general, it felt like they were trying to make a healthier version of what I get in Disney World. And
Welcome
I'm from
the West Coast.
Yeah, like I'm from the South, man. Like give me fry it, man. like when I go to it's not Casey's Corner. What's it called there? Coke. It's the equivalent of Casey's Corner in Disneyland.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Why can't I think of it? It doesn't matter for this. But like they give me a hot dog and a bag of chips. I don't want to pay $15 for a hot dog and a bag of chips. You know what I mean? I want
with
fries
cheese sauce.
With cheese sauce. With chili.
Yeah.
And fries are honestly were kind of hard to come by when I was out there.
Yeah, no, I had the same experience. I really was looking forward to the food at Disneyland. I didn't think it was bad necessarily.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
I did not notice that it was markedly better than the food at Disney World.
No. And again, the only sit down place I ate at was the Blue Bayou.
Right.
And I got the Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I did
that's
too.
what everyone talks about.
Yep. And it was good. It was Monte Cristo though. It's a deep fried ham sandwich.
It was a $30
with powdered
deep fried
sugar on it.
Yeah.
That you dip into jam.
Yeah. And
how could it be bad?
I believe it was served with potato chips, actually.
I don't even remember what the side was. Probably.
Yeah. If I went there again, I would get something different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had to. I had to try it because I was there. The atmosphere is incredible. But in general, what I've had at Disney World, I'm sorry, I like better. And there's just more options.
I agree. There's more options. And again, that's not to say that everything at Disney World is good either.
No,
there is a lot of bad stuff. There's a lot of bad food there too.
Yeah, a lot of food I don't like.
Yeah.
So let's talk about celebrations. So of course, both parks here in the U.S. are going to be celebrating the 250th year of the United States.
Sesquicentennial.
Yeah.
Or semi-sesquicentennial, I think is what it is.
I believe you.
That's a word.
Yeah. Apparently.
So apparently, you start speaking Latin.
That's after a Jeopardy question.
I remember reading it like 3 years ago. The semi-sesquicentennial.
Why did you read that 3 years ago?
Well, because they were talking about getting ready for the semi-sesquicentennial.
They have to prepare that soon in advance because they have to learn how to say it.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine putting that on a T-shirt?
I wouldn't put that in my tongue.
The problem is I can't put that on my tongue. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah. So they're both going to be doing that. Disneyland though is going to be celebrating their 70th year.
Yeah.
So which actually started in 2025, but it goes through I believe August of 2026.
Okay.
is when the celebration goes through. So lots of stuff going on there. Paint the Night Parade, I think, is returning. You got World of Color. There's a new projection show. Just lots. Limited merch, all that, all the fun stuff. Tokyo Disney is actually Disney Sea is celebrating its 25th anniversary in 2026. So they got a lineup. I'm sure they will, anyways. A different park entertainment, and I'm sure there'll be some overlays and that kind of stuff that's coming with that. I don't see any other thing. It says Hong Kong could still be celebrating their 20th anniversary with those festivities going through 2026.
All right.
So to kind of put a bow on this, if we're thinking about which parks you would most likely go to, what's your order? So number one is going to be Walt Disney World, because we are going to Walt Disney World this year. So so that's number one. Yeah. But lay it out.
Okay.
There.
Okay. So being realistic, the next most likely place I would go is Disneyland, but
D23 is coming up in August.
That's true. So we may very well go for that.
Yeah.
But I think as far as the around the world parks go, I think honestly, looking at the stuff that's there, I think number one right now for me would probably be Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
I think I would. That would be my number one. Tokyo would probably be number two, but those two would easily flip flop for me. I don't care. And then Shanghai and Hong Kong in no particular order.
Yeah.
But I would love to. Again, I would gladly go to any of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
None of them, I think,
if any of you guys are planning a trip to any of these parks and you're like, hey, we should ask the guys from Park Opera Society.
We would go.
We're in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you paying, we're in.
Even if you just want to pay half of it.
Yeah. Honestly,
a quarter.
My flight. That's the problem with all of these places. Is just getting there.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you're there, I'm not saying
bad once you're there.
I'm not going to say it gets cheaper, but it's not
that's a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
I know my brother and sister-in-law are going back to Malaysia this year.
Okay.
For her brother's wedding, and they keep telling me I should go with them. So I'm considering.
Do it
to go to Tokyo, because they're gonna go to Japan as well. And I know you can whether they've got that tourist deal where you can literally fly anywhere within Japan once you're down there.
That is crazy. If you get to Japan, flights within Japan are free,
which is wild
right now.
It is wild
for international tourists.
Yeah,
it's wild.
And you should do this.
You should totally do it.
So expensive.
Yeah,
but I know once I'm there, it's literally 90% of everything is in the.
Yeah, it's just getting there. That's the thing.
Getting there.
The park passes and the food and everything at Tokyo Disney.
Super cheap.
Yeah, specifically. Yeah. Way cheaper.
So much.
Than a Disney World trip.
Everything is cheaper in Japan.
Food is cheaper.
And Malaysia, for that matter.
Yeah.
So maybe if I go, I'll tell you all about Tokyo.
So what's your order? Disneyland number one. I'm sorry, Disney World number one.
Yeah.
Is Disneyland number two for you, or is Tokyo?
I would like
two?
To. But I think it's probably more likely that I would go to Disneyland this year. But then again, there's a more obvious impetus to go to Tokyo this year.
Yeah.
So, you've got the invite, so that's
Disney World for sure. Well, and I know at least some of my stuff would be covered in Malaysia and stuff like that, because I'll be put up board and whatnot.
Sure.
So that helps with stuff like that.
There you go. Now we just need a Disneyland Malaysia.
Yeah.
How close is Abu Dhabi? Which one's closer to Malaysia? Abu Dhabi or Hong Kong and Shanghai?
Surely
Hong Kong and Shanghai. Yeah. 1,000%.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Abu Dhabi is. I'm not 100% sure about my geography here, but I'm going to guess Abu Dhabi is as far from there as Disney. Maybe not quite as far, but it's pretty far.
Well, let's just say you're halfway there.
Yeah.
You are. You're about halfway there.
Yeah.
I know the flight is going to stop in Qatar at the very least.
Oh, okay.
Along the way.
Oh, you're going that way.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the way they normally. It was. My brother has back issues too, so it's rough enough that they're going to get first class tickets this time for the flight.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, man, I know it's expensive, but it's worth it. I've never done it, but I have taken a long international, a 13-hour international flight before.
Yeah.
I get it. It's worth it.
Being in the air for as long as an albatross, I would probably want a little.
I don't even know if I would need like the individual like first class, but like I would want to sit in the section where there's only like me and Leslie. You know what I mean? So like I don't have to crawl over somebody to use the bathroom.
No, I will not get first class. I will suffer because I don't know that I will ever do that again.
What kind of attitude is that?
Reasonable.
Yeah. So saying, I mean, for me, Disney World's number one. Disneyland is. I want to get back out there. Probably Paris for me. As I've already mentioned, I want to ride all the Space Mountains.
Sure.
Space Mountain doesn't exist currently in Tokyo. So, and then Shanghai and Hong Kong.
Yep.
So
I also feel like if you're in Tokyo, you're already pretty much there. You got to do Shanghai and Hong Kong too. Right. Make it all one mega trip.
What I could see more of is doing Hong Kong and Shanghai in the same trip.
I do agree
because
with that.
there's only one park
There's only
at
one
each.
park at each.
Yeah.
You're both of them are within China.
And
Same country.
Here's where I feel like a complete idiot is that I would fly halfway across the world to go to a Disney park.
Sure.
And there's so many other things to look at, like culturally and experience and like the food and the, like all the like temples and stuff that are there. Like I would love to see all of that. But instead, I would fly 14 hours to go to a Disney park for 2 or 3 days, 4 days, whatever, and then fly 14 hours back without experiencing any of that.
So what you're saying is we need like a 6-week trip.
Yeah.
To go to Tokyo, experience Japan.
Yeah.
Shanghai, Hong Kong, experience China.
Yeah. Honestly, Paris is the same way for me.
Listen.
Here's the thing. Once you're in Hong Kong or Shanghai, you can then get a $64 ticket to go to the other.
That's not bad.
No.
Is that with Allegiant?
I don't think it's Allegiant.
Well, Allegiant, if you're listening and you are thinking about adding international routes anytime soon,
Sky.
Let us be your guinea pigs.
Yeah, hit us up.
We'll be on the first flight.
Yeah, we'll test it.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So best park to visit is the one that you can. That's what I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are things, again, if there's things that are on your bucket list, do it, knock it out. But other than that, just go.
They're all great parks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I truly don't think there's any of these that are like, oh, I wouldn't go there. that one's a stinker.
Yeah.
No, they're all good.
And again, they all feel somewhat familiar.
Yeah.
But also completely unique.
Yep.
And so do your research though.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, do your research on how to get there. Thankfully in most other countries, there's some pretty easy, like get off the plane, hop on a train, and it will take you to a station where one of the Disney parks are.
That's the thing.
It's honestly probably easier to get to the parks from an airport.
Yeah.
In another country than it is here in the States.
Well, yeah, I mean, and honestly, that's true. And then also, Disney didn't put these parks where they're hard to get to.
No.
They intentionally put these parks where you can get to them easily.
Yep. So, let's see. So we've been talking about all the different Disney parks. We talked about this really at the very beginning, which is the one that we visit most frequently. Are the parks that are in Disney World in Orlando. So, and while we'll be the first to tell you that any time is a good time to go in Disney or go to Disney, there are some times that I think are probably better than others to go to Disney World. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would. I would say to caveat the whole thing, though, just like we said, go to the park you can go to, go the time you can go. But I do think that there are better and worse times to go, we'll say, depending on what it is you're looking for.
Agree. So coming up in 2026, what would you say, what are some of the best times to go?
Oh, man. Well, for me personally, I always like to go during a festival at Epcot, right?
Yeah.
Festival of the Arts is coming up. I love Festival of the Arts.
Farts.
We'll be there for farts, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorites.
Okay.
I was going to do this the other day. I was going to say we should rank our festivals because I was thinking about it because I went to all 4 festivals this year.
Yeah. I did not. I went to 3 at 4.
Okay. Which one did you miss?
Farts.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm going this year.
Okay.
I want
fair.
to go to all 4 this year. So.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
So of the 4 festivals though, and this is I have a new ranking for them that kind of surprised me.
Okay.
I think my favorite is Flower and Garden.
Okay.
Second is Farts.
Okay.
Third is Food and Wine.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it's kind of a distant fourth with Festival of the Holidays.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you not like about Festival?
The food. The food selection at Festival Holidays.
Not a cookie fan?
No, see, that's the thing. I love cookies. I just didn't need 40 of them.
Yeah, I get it. You just had to get 6, right? Was it 6?
Yeah, it was. And there were probably 10.
Yeah,
10 or 12, something like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, most of them were okay. There were a couple that were pretty good. And I know there are a lot of people that are like, oh, the festival food's only kind of good anyway. That's not the point. The festival food is fun. We're not there to be foodies. Come on.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
But I just felt like the food offerings and stuff were like that was when I was there. The last day that I was there, I was like, am I going to get something from the festival booth? So I was like, there's not really anything that I particularly want to go back to. China had a really good beef bowl, I think.
Okay.
And Japan had some noodles that were really, really good.
Okay.
Outside of that, the fondue at Bavaria was pretty good. But
I mean, it's hard to mess up fondue.
The thing. You're dipping bread in cheese.
Yeah. I didn't try a ton of the booths when we were there, just because we were there with like extended family.
Sure.
So a lot of it was we were eating together.
Yeah.
Again, I had my kids with me, so their thought of a good time is not stopping at every booth and getting a snack. So
I did try chestnuts roasted over an open fire.
and how was that?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Man, they were awful.
That's where they sold the pecans, right?
Yeah.
And I sort of stopped and get those. And I saw the chestnuts and I was like, hey, this looks okay.
Oh no, it wasn't.
And just because I love, to me, Christmas, we're past Christmas now, but I love it. The opening chords to Nat King Cole's
Sure.
Chestnuts Roasting an Open Fire. Is it the Christmas song? Man, like that's iconic, right?
Yeah,
like that is Christmas to me when I hear, even when they play it at the beginning of Prep and Landing, like
sure,
love it. And so I thought I'm going to try it, and I didn't.
You did not miss out.
Yeah, well,
they weren't for me.
Okay.
And now, granted, maybe I ate them wrong because they were a lot harder to like. I don't know if I was supposed to open them. I just tried to get what I could. If you know how to eat roasted chestnuts, hit us up in the comments. Let us know.
But they wouldn't make it. It's Disney. Like the number one thing is safety. So they don't want you choking on a chestnut. I mean, read that line. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but you understand where I was going with that comment.
Safety.
Yeah, safety. They don't want you choking on a chestnut in the park. So. Anyways, they wouldn't make it difficult. That's all. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it, but no. Overall, though, Festival Holidays, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see a whole lot of the candlelight processional. Yeah. Because it was really cool, but my kids were like, "This is lame."
Yeah. Well, you have to be and you have to be intentional if you want to sit in the theater,
which we did not. We were standing behind it.
Okay.
Which is what I intended to do.
Right.
And I would have, if it had just been me and I really cared more, I probably would have stood there for the whole thing. But I saw enough of it and
get a feel for it.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. If I were to go back, I probably would do the dining package so that I would be able to sit. Man, glimmering greenhouses though.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That alone,
it's worth it.
Was incredible.
It's worth it.
So
yeah, I think part of what's the best time to visit. Is kind of what you're talking about. Is there a certain festival that you want to hit that you know that you want to hit?
Yeah.
Or are you just trying to avoid crowds?
That's fair.
That's
fair. And so, and then I think the third layer to that, weather.
Yeah. Right.
And
it's for the most part going to be hot.
Yeah. And my advice to people is you're not going to get it all.
No.
You're not going to be able to go when it's convenient to go and it's good weather. And
we should make a Venn diagram. Like good, fast, and cheap. You can only have 2 out of the 3.
That's it.
So good weather.
Yep.
Low crowds. What was the other thing you said? Convenience.
Convenience. Yep.
You can only get maybe 2 out of the 3. Can we agree with that?
You might even be able to get 1 out of the 3, to be honest.
But that doesn't make a Venn diagram.
Well,
I guess
no,
it does.
It just makes 3 circles. Imagine 3 circles that don't touch.
Wait. That sounds like a hidden Mickey.
Yeah, it is. It's a hidden Mickey, actually.
Okay, we're making a graphic. 3 circles, Venn diagram.
They do not touch. They
it's
make
like
a mouse
Mickey,
here.
Yeah.
But no, that's it. You're just not going to be able to get all of it, because if it's great weather and it's a convenient time to go, everybody's going
to be there.
So So I think if you're looking for weather, that one's pretty easy. It's hot in the summer.
Yeah.
It's gonna
rain.
It's gonna rain. It's not as hot in the spring and the late fall.
Right.
And over the winter, it's usually it's really, honestly, sometimes it's straight cold.
Yeah, I was going to say winter's hit or miss.
Yeah.
And I would recommend, if you're going in the winter months, look at the weather before you go.
Look at the weather before you go, and just be aware that if it is in the mid 50s in Orlando, because the air is very humid.
Yep.
It's a very wet mid 50s. It's cold.
It's cold.
It's a lot colder than you think.
Yep.
Just like it's a lot hotter than you think, it's a lot colder than you think.
Agree. You should also know that Disney heats all their pools. So even if it's cooler, you can still enjoy the pool.
Why haven't I swam in any of these trips?
Listen, you can't. They don't. They closed, when I was down there, the water park was closed one day.
Right, probably because it was 40 degrees outside.
Was. The temperature that morning was like 42.
Yeah.
So they closed the water park, but I am fairly certain the resort pools still open.
Yeah, we went, so we did Typhoon Lagoon in the 60s.
Okay.
Low 60s.
Okay.
The water
makes sense, because I feel like
great.
They're borderline throwing money at you to go to the water park.
They are
right now.
Yeah, I mean it was free. That's the reason that we went. The benefit of going when it was chilly is nobody was in line for the rides.
Okay.
We walked on.
Was that first time you've been to Typhoon Lagoon?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never been.
It's cool. My kids loved it.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Okay.
Well, it's free. So if you are a resort guest on your check-in day, it's free.
At least
it's
for
not
right
free.
now. That's their promotional deal.
And through 26.
Through
this year.
They started doing it this past year.
Yeah, so it's a great way, I think, to spend.
Sure.
If you're going to get there and you don't want to, if you don't have an annual pass, or you don't want to spend an extra day paying for a ticket to go to the theme park, it's a great way.
And they're going to give it to you either way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might as well use it.
Right.
So I think, first of all, weather is kind of easy. It will likely be hot. It will likely rain, because it rains almost every day.
And just be prepared.
That's all.
I think what rain does is often keeps the locals away.
Yes.
And so what can happen is, if you're there when it rains, if you can stick it out, because if it's an indoor ride or attraction, it's not going to close.
No, it's not.
So if you can stick it out, you can get a lot done. During those periods of rain.
Yep. And the thing is, if it rains for 30 minutes or longer, a lot of people leave the parks.
They do. Yep.
Whether they're locals or they just head back to the resort, you can hang out and honestly, you can get some fairly low wait times.
Yeah.
And that's not always true.
Right.
But it's, to me, it's a gamble worth taking.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I'm not a poncho guy.
It has to be if it's going to monsoon for 4 hours.
Yes.
I will buy a poncho.
Yes. I'm more likely to bring a rain jacket.
Yeah.
But I'm more likely to leave the room without it, because in my mind, it probably won't be needed that day. It won't rain that bad. And then it monsoons.
The thing about, you can buy clothes now that dry quickly.
Yeah. Bring those.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Same.
Just give me something that's going to dry quick.
And you're going to want
that. And that's for sweet or rain.
Yeah, exactly. Because one of those is going to happen. So weather is kind of easy. So then the next one is probably the one that everybody always asks: crowds.
Yeah. When
should I go to avoid the crowds? And I'll be honest with you, you're not. You're not.
No.
Because to me, if that's the question you're asking, and this is no offense to somebody who's asking the question, I totally get it. But if that's the question you're asking, what you're really asking is, when am I going to be able to go and basically everything be a walk-on or at most a 15-minute wait?
And you'll never get that.
No, because here's the thing. Disney sets their staffing based on how many people they're going to have anyway.
Right.
They have, I'm sure, and I don't know this for sure, I'm just speculating, they have target wait times for everything,
Oh, yeah.
They want Space Mountain to be at about a 40-minute wait.
Yeah.
They're not going to run it at full capacity if they don't have to.
Right. So they're going to run all those trains.
Right. Even if they can get it down to a 10-minute wait, they're not going to, because they don't need to, and I don't blame them. So
they got to sell the Lightning Lane.
Well, and that's the other thing. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But, they, we'll get to it right now. Here's the bottom line. The rides that have individual Lightning Lanes: Guardians, Tron.
Is this still Rise?
Rise still has one.
Avatar.
Flight of Passage.
Yep.
Yeah. So all of those rides are always going to show at least a 45-minute wait.
Sure.
That may or may not actually be true, but they're always going to tell you that there is a wait for it because they're selling individual lightning lanes to people, and they don't want anybody showing up and realizing I shouldn't have bought this $22 lightning lane.
Right.
When I could have
Can I get my money back?
Right.
Because it's a 20-minute
Right, because I'd rather just wait in that line.
Yeah.
Because it's not that bad of a wait. But if you want to go when the crowds aren't as bad, my suggestion is don't go around spring break.
Yep.
Don't go around fall break.
I'll say avoid the weekend.
Avoid the weekend. The weekends are going to be worse, especially a weekend at Epcot during a festival, especially towards the beginning or the end of the festival.
Right.
And again, Festival of the Arts and Festival of Holidays are both very short. So you're always near the beginning and the end of both of those.
Yeah, pretty much.
But Food and Wine and Flower and Garden are much longer. There are weekends where it probably won't be as bad.
Right.
But it will be busier on the weekends. The pretty much the entire fall is busy. I'd say August is a decent time to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's specifically late August after school starts back.
Yep.
You're going to get, fewer. Again, you think about it, if it's convenient for you to go, it's probably convenient for everyone else to go. Thinking of like the 4-day weekends are going to be packed. President's Day, Martin Luther King, Labor Day.
I'll tell you one other thing to look at if you're considering this. Look at the annual pass holder blackout calendar.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the locals all have the bottom like 2 tiers.
Sure.
And those get blacked out a lot of those weekends. And so in all fairness, I'm not saying it won't be busy, but there were a lot of those long weekends this year that, especially on the day of the holiday, people were posting, they're like, there's nobody here today.
Yeah.
Because they blacked out all the locals. And if it's a 3-day weekend, it's hard to fly.
Yeah. You're right. So, but sometimes though, when I see those posts, like I have been there when those posts have been made, and I'm like, where were you at? Because where I was at, everybody was here. Sure. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I'm not saying they're wrong, but sometimes I think people post, like they'll post Peter Pan is a 25-minute wait. It's 9:00.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true. The
no
park
one's
just
here
opened.
because it's 9:00.
Right.
So I'm not saying that they're wrong.
Right.
And I think I think you're correct.
Yeah.
You do cut down on the number of people who can enter via an annual pass.
Yep.
And in general, it's going to be more expensive for the day tickets.
That's true.
During that time.
That's true.
And so that's something else to consider. The busier time that it is, also the more expensive
that's
it
absolutely
is to go.
True. If you, and so there that's the other thing I would look at. And you can Google Walt Disney Resort rates 2026. I usually go to mousesavers.net, I think. Mousesavers.com. It's Mousesavers. I don't know if it's .com or .net. But that's one that I go to a lot, and they have they've got a really good chart for all of the room rates for every single room, every single resort. Use that as a guide. When it's cheap, it's because Disney knows there aren't a lot of people coming, and they're trying to get you to come down there. They're trying to entice you. So find the cheap times to go. Find the flights that work for you. Go then. If you're trying to avoid the crowds or you're trying to save money, just know that you are going to have to take time off work. You're going to have to take kids out of school.
Yep.
You're just going to have to do that. If you want to go when you're off work and the kids are out of school, everybody else is going to.
Because they're off work and their kids are out of school.
They are. Even during the summer. I mean, the summer, and I've seen a lot of people say that now, that the summer is, because it's so hot, people don't go in the summer. That's the low time for Disney. It's not. No. It's still busy.
There's never going to be a time that it's not busy.
No.
If you want to go when it's not busy, attend an after hours party. Hours party.
And I'll be honest, now the after hours parties have been pretty good, but I did Mickey's Very Merry Christmas.
No, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah. And honestly, Very Merry Christmas. I was surprised at how many people there were.
Yeah. Because again, as we've said, like if I'm paying for tickets for a week trip.
Yep.
And my option is I'm paying, again, $125 to go into the parks all day, or I'm going to pay $150 and I'm going to go to the party.
Yeah.
I'll pay the extra $25.
I think it's worth it.
And I'll get the free cookies and that kind of stuff. And I'll see the special fireworks show.
Yep.
I'll meet the special characters. I'll do the cool Space Mountain.
Oh yeah, dude, the Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Christmas Space Mountain is incredible.
I'll pay that money to do that.
I would pay the money to ride that again.
No, see, Disney. This is what they should do. This is what the after hours party should be.
It should be.
Yeah.
They should
give
more
us
cool stuff like that.
A unique fireworks show.
Yeah.
And some overlays.
Yeah.
So, but that's the only time that you're going to really get it.
Yep.
When there's nobody. there.
Yep.
I think. The other thing that you have to be mindful of is the first week of January. I think it's the first weekend of January. There's the Disney Marathon.
Yeah.
That brings hordes of people.
Yep.
All throughout the spring, you're going to have cheerleading competitions, dance competitions. Yep. So every weekend is going to be kind of crazy.
It is.
Because of those.
Now, granted, the craziness is kind of ebbs and flows. Because while those competitions are going on, obviously a lot of them are competing. Yes. So they're not going to be in the parks.
Right.
Then they're all going to show up at the parks.
At the same time.
Yep. Disney has done, it used to be that in January and February, those were the times to go. Those were the low times.
Right.
Disney knows that. And they have done, to their credit, a great job. Of filling that up. Because if there's, here's the thing. When I was there, was it last year maybe? Maybe 2 years ago. I remember because I was staying at Coronado Springs, and I think it was PricewaterhouseCoopers was having or Ernst & Young, somebody had their entire
everybody came.
Yeah. I mean, so there were, it was me and Emily and 10,000 graduate students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a party.
It was an experience because they're all, I was also an accounting major. So in a way, these were my people.
Yeah.
So they're all here to party, but none of them have ever partied before, so they don't really know what they're doing.
I have one of those drinks with the umbrella. Yeah.
It was pretty comical to watch.
I'm sure.
But that's the thing. Disney is they have figured out how to fill, especially the rooms, not necessarily the parks, but the rooms are full.
Yeah, and most likely, if it's during the competitions, it's going to be All-Star sports, probably, maybe movies, but it's going to be the All-Star.
I was going to say,
likely.
Good luck booking All-Star in January and February.
And I don't know if you would. I don't want to say that you wouldn't want to. What I'm saying is, I have been a teenager.
Oh, 100%.
And have been in with a group of friends,
lightly supervised.
And the right side of your brain and the left side of your brain have not fully connected yet.
Nope.
And you act like an absolute flipping moron. And you care nothing about the people that are around you, or how much noise you're making, or how much you're inconveniencing them. So just know, that could be
that's all we're saying.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying.
Yeah, the student groups.
Yeah. Even in spring break, same deal. There's going to be hordes of.
Just look for matching T-shirts of a horde of people.
Yeah. Yep. If you see somebody walking with a red umbrella held up and matching T-shirts, run as fast as you can.
No offense. I'm all for you being there to enjoy and have a good time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Just also recognize that you're not the only people, and you are by and large the minority of people there.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I would say the best times to go, in my opinion, end of August, specifically before Food and Wine starts.
If you're looking for low crowds. And that's the trade-off you're going to have to make. You're going to have Diet Epcot, which for the record is kind of fun. Epcot is still great.
It is. You get to, in my opinion, what's fun about it is you get to experience Epcot.
Right.
Not the festival.
Yes.
So I think that's pretty cool, especially before the Not So Scary parties start, which start, I don't know, in June or something now, it seems like.
August, honestly.
They do start in August.
Mid-August.
Because once those start, those are drawing a lot of people in, and it's also pushing a lot of people out of Magic Kingdom to the other parks. So I would say that's a good time to go. I would also say... Again, I'm not saying January and February a bad time to go. I think they're a good time to go. It's just you're going to deal with a different kind of crowd.
A different crowd, but you do get Festival of the Arts.
You do.
So
I also think if you can time it, the very end of April, beginning of May, which is right there between. Luck. Yeah, because you're right between spring breaks are done.
Yep.
Summer has not started. You do have Flower and Garden going.
And that's the win to me is that.
I agree. You get a little bit of all of it.
Yep.
The weather is pretty good. That's probably the best time to go. It's just if you got kids in school, it's an awful time to go. But if you don't,
because if you can go at the beginning of May, they haven't really done testing yet. They're not doing the end of year stuff yet.
Yep. At least they're not here where we are. I don't know. Your school schedule may be different.
Yeah. Right,
that's part of the fun of all of this. As we say, avoid spring break, but that's a whole month. Avoid fall break. That's a whole month. Yeah. No, it's and that's what makes all of this really, really tough is, and that's kind of why my ultimate advice is don't do any of this. Don't do that. Find the time that works for you.
And what do you want to accomplish?
Yeah.
If you want to see the parks decorated for Christmas, you're going to have to go.
You are
from November on.
You are, and
if you
honestly,
want to see it for fall, you're going to have to do August, September on.
And if you're going to see them decorated for Christmas, go early November.
Yeah.
Or right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because those are the best times to go, in my opinion, for that. You're going to see the Christmas decorations.
What's trippy to me is we've gone at the beginning of November.
Yep.
And again, Christmas guy.
Sure.
Love Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood for Christmas, and I come back, and it's like, hey, we need to talk about Thanksgiving. It's like, wait, right. I'm already in Christmas. Like, I've already skipped. So I enjoy waiting until after Thanksgiving.
And I think that's the right move.
And it kind of kicks off my Christmas season.
But that's the time to go, is literally like the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's the best time to go if you want to see it during Christmas and you're looking for low crowds. It will be expensive. It won't be as expensive as it will be maybe the next week, but
no, when the deeper you get into December, the more expensive.
And the less discounts are offered even for annual pass holders.
Right. Because they know.
They 100% know.
Yeah.
But my strong advice would be find the time, find what you want to go for. I think that's a great piece. If you want to see it at Christmas, do you want to go for a festival? Do you want to go when there's not a festival? Find the time you want to go and just go.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the rest of it. And look at wait times in the week or two leading up to your trip and decide, do you want to buy lightning lanes? If you do, buy them. If you don't, that's fine. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
I usually don't.
Yeah, I agree. The other piece I would add is, and we've kind of talked about this, if you're going during party season, be mindful of when those parties are.
100%.
When you're planning out your days.
100%.
And again, depending on what you want to try to do, how much time you've got to fit all this into, may determine which parks you're going to hit or you're not going to hit or when you're going to hit them.
Yes. And that's if you're there during a party season, whether it's not so scary or very merry, go to the Magic Kingdom on a party day.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as well going to Hollywood Studios on a Jollywood Nights day.
No.
But it kind of works.
Yeah. But definitely, I mean, Magic Kingdom, unless you want to see the fireworks, and then
that's
you're
true.
Crap out of luck.
You are.
But if you just want to ride rides and have a good time, you can do the entire park in one day. Yeah. Easily on a party day. And on the flip side, just know that during those seasons, and this is what sucks, because it starts in August and it goes all the way through December. During that season, on the nights that are non-party nights at Magic Kingdom, it will be slammed. Yeah, everywhere else. My honest to goodness, my strong recommendation is if you really want to see the fireworks, do not go between August and December. Not if you Not if you want to see Happily Ever After. No, if you want to go see it, don't do it then. And if you want to go to or if you do and you're willing to make a bit of a sacrifice, and by sacrifice I mean not standing in the park while you're watching them. Yeah. Go watch them at one of the monorail resorts. Yeah. And you're going to get a new perspective. Yeah. But they will pipe in the music. They will. Even for the Christmas ones, they'll pipe in the music. Will. So go check it out. And again, you will not see like the castle projections you're not going to see. No. But you will see the fireworks. Yeah. You will see most of the lights that go off. You will. And you're going to get to hear the music. Yeah. So you won't see Tinkerbell. You'll see a blob. Yeah. I mean, just for a moment. From the Contemporary. Yeah. Maybe not from the other two parks or other two resorts. Yeah. But on the flip side, on the non-party nights, go to another park, whether it is Hollywood or Epcot, the crowds will be significantly lower. Yeah. Because tons of people will flock to Magic Kingdom on those nights. Which makes sense because they all want to see the fireworks. They do. And they want to see it at night. And I totally get it. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a little bit of game you can play there. Yeah. And a lot of this depends. I mean, again, we go somewhat frequently. So if I don't see the fireworks, it doesn't matter. If this is your once in a lifetime trip, let's have a completely different conversation. That's true. And honestly, if it's your once in a lifetime trip, that's the other difference is a lot of times when I go, I'm there for honestly, sometimes 2 nights. Yeah. Sometimes 3 or 4, every now and then 5. I don't remember the last time I've been for longer than that though. Right. If it's your once in a lifetime trip and you can swing it, I do like 7 nights. Yeah. Get a rest day in,
Get a Disney Springs. Yeah, or 2, kind of take it a little bit slower pace. And then when you spend a lot of time waiting where it's really crowded or whatever, it's okay because you didn't burn a night doing this. You've got plenty of time.
No, and there are plenty of things to do at the resorts.
Oh yeah,
and you don't have to stay at your resort. You can go to another resort and do their stuff.
Yeah,
So, I think if we were going to summarize this entire episode, the best park to go to in 2026 is the one that you can go to.
100%.
And the best time to go is the time that you can go.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll probably continue discussing this throughout 2026, and our minds may change tomorrow.
They could.
But I think that's where we would land, right?
I think so too. I agree. I think do what you can do. Don't worry about it.
When you can do it.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you give us follow and comment something somewhere, I guarantee you someone will answer you and give you tips on your situation.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. We'll answer.
If you want, hey, we're thinking about this time.
Yeah, we'll give you our opinion.
Let us know.
We may be right, we may be wrong, but we'll give you our opinion.
But it will be our opinion, and it will be an informed opinion.
It will be an informed opinion.
All right, fellow hoppers, it is your turn. So we've just been talking about this. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
But we want to hear about this podcast. Like, what do we get right? What do we get wrong specifically in this episode? Do you guys have a favorite park to visit or a favorite time to visit Disney parks?
And what are you looking forward to in 2026 about Disney?
Because there's a lot.
There's a lot of stuff coming.
Yeah. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and or leave a comment wherever or a review wherever it is that you're consuming this content. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Park Hopper Society. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with a new episode. So until then, take care and keep hopping.
See you real soon.
Bye-bye.
That's what I say.
Toodles. That's right, I say toodles.
Bye-bye.